it's not like I had a clear direction once I was done playing. I started just getting into some analyst roles as far as basketball, my own podcast and media company, and then started talking to Livis's class, and I kind of felt like, I do have a little bit of a different perspective. And when I looked at what Peyton Manning, when you started talking about Peyton Manning, what he does at Tennessee, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of give a different perspective from the player side, and also the fact that I played overseas and how sports communication impacts, globally versus, right here in the U.S. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of share my thoughts and knowledge from what I'd learned.
Have people been shocked? I don't know if I ever saw you as a public speaker when you were giving it to Sheldon Williams back in the day. It's like, did you ever see like this? I feel like you might have you reinvented yourself a little bit?
I don't know. I was a very shy kid growing up. I wasn't the biggest talker, but I do enjoy helping kids and helping them grow, and if this is an opportunity to do that, this is also kind of a test trial for me. If I don't think I'm providing the knowledge or the benefit that these kids need, then maybe this isn't for me. But that's what this main purpose is for me, and I want to help them and get them excited and give them different perspectives as well. So I did not see me being a professor either, if that's your answer. And I'm not the most talkative guy, but I'm working on that, trying to come out of my shell, and give these kids a little bit of what I know.
I thought that was an interesting comment that you made when you said when you were walking around today, you thought about the first day when you were a freshman, and you're like, I got a knee brace now, right? Like. Well, that thought actually occurred to you. I remember when I was 18, 17.
Dude, everyone that's been here, I've said this at the Convocation speech, is like, time just flies. And when you walk through this campus, it brings you back to certain moments. This is my first day as an adjunct professor here. And I was nervous just like these other students. And I was remembering, because even though I'd come to the class and looked and knew where to go, I had it on my map quest, because when I was in college, I was calling my brother back at home. I was like, hey, you got to get online. I'm lost. I have no clue where I'm going. But it just brought back a bunch of those memories, my first time being on campus, and how much has changed now that I'm just pulling out my phone. It's just directing me, even though I knew where the class was.
I was it back in the day. I know what you mean. I get the reference.
I was still nervous and walking in, just and I laughed because now I have a knee brace, and I was just laughing about that. But
man, that's cool. You call your older brother or your younger brother?
He's my younger.
Okay. All right. Ben, right?
Yeah, Ben. Yep.
What did he say when you called him? Like, what the hell are you talking about?
He passed it off to my mom, and she was helping me, and none of them really gave me the directions I needed either. And sometimes getting lost around this campus was good, because I learned it much better than just pulling up on my MapQuest. Sometimes when I get in my car, if I put the address in, and I'm always plugging it in, hitting the directions, I'm always relying on that, and versus just going and getting lost.
Right, experiencing it. Yeah. Do you remember what class it was by any chance?
Oh, it was my early freshman year. It would have been the summer school. I have no clue what class it would have been. Yeah.
All right. That's a great nugget. Who approached you about the Convocation speaking?
Chancellor Roberts.
He did himself.
Yes, he called me. I didn't put it together until like halfway. I was like, oh, this is Chancellor Roberts. And
you didn't know who it was?
No, at first, I was just doing something. It was an unknown number, which I never answer. Yeah. And then said his name, and then I was like, yeah. It's like, this is the Chancellor. And then I kind of woke me up real quick, and I was honored to give it, and had a lot of. Felt like it was a good message for the kids. Hopefully, got off to a motivating start.
Were you surprised that they were like, will you come speak to these kids?
I was more in a state of kind of like, oh yeah, I'm excited to help get these kids, give them a little motivation to start the year, but also a little nervous. That was definitely outside my comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, I think you did a good job.
Thank you.
So did Liv approach you about becoming Professor Hansbrough? Who sort of approached you?
We had talked about it, back and forth, and I knew the spot was open, so I went through the whole process. And I had a great relationship with Livis, and been talking to his class. So that's kind of how this thing got kicked off.
What do you want these kids to hear from you? I mean, like throughout the semester.
Yeah, so it's such a.
What would be your message, I guess?
Sports communication is such a broad perspective, and I think the one thing that I can add is the player side of it, and also the fact playing in China, I think has a lot of value as how sports communication is impacted from a global perspective versus just right here in the U.S. And that's the kind of the knowledge I think I can really bring to this class.
I remember talking to you before. You liked your time in China. I think I remember you saying.
China was some of my favorite basketball I've ever played, and I really enjoyed it in China. Yes, it has a massive following and great fans, and they love basketball. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's good to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you.
What are your feelings about the team this season? Do you have any takes on that?
I have none. I'm going to start looking into them. I haven't watched them much. I'm excited about it, and I always believe that Carolina, we're always building. We're going to put together a competitive team that's going to, make runs in the tournament just like we always have. So I'm excited about it. I've seen the young kid Caleb. I think Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson. I think he's going to be a great addition. I've just seen him walking around, playing a little bit, working hard. So I'm excited.
I'll never forget Armando saying that like you busted his face one day. Like in the summer, I didn't know if you had like played like against like Vasar or any of these other.
No, I can't play anymore because of my knee. But yeah, I do remember first playing against Mondo. I knew Mondo.
That was a story you used to tell all the time.
Mondo was not as physical or strong as he was in his later years, and that's the one thing that Mondo really improved on from his freshman and sophomore to his junior year is handling physicality and contact and still finishing around the rim. That's one thing Armando really improved on. I think the most.
Who turned you on to pickleball?
So my brother played tennis. I played ping pong. There's no way I'm playing tennis. Tennis requires a ton of skill. So
is this Ben again?
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben. And I was like, let's play some pickleball. It's a good medium ground. And we started competing, playing together, and we've been addicted to pickleball ever since.
Drake May used to say that he loved playing you in pickleball. Did you guys like?
I will work Drake May. All right. He needs to work on his game for it to be competitive. Yeah, and Luke as well. Bo's my guy.
I can let Drake know that.
You pass that along. Tell him I said to keep working on his game, and then we'll get some games when he's a little more competitive.
That's what I was gonna say. Did you used to let like the guys around here know like you don't want me on the pickleball court? Because it seemed like Drake was always sort of gunning for you. Is what I'm trying to say.
Drake does not want a gun for me. Okay. No, not on the pickleball court. He needs some work. So,
has that been a good competitive outlet for you?
Oh yeah, it's when I first retired, pickleball. I had all this massive amount of free time, and so I started playing pickleball, and it was good. I didn't get in my head. I went out there and played, and you realize the only people are playing on Tuesdays at 11, the retirement community, and so I was getting worked by the retirement community, and then that was unacceptable. Started working on my game, went out there, worked them, kept progressing, and now I'm pretty confident against most players.
Yeah. Where do you see this? I mean, I'm not trying to bring up anything bad. I crossed the threshold a long time ago. You're almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you like to take? Yeah, I don't know, the rest of your career. Do you know?
I have no pathway right now. Yeah. I'm open. I'm just kind of in the present. Right now, this semester, I'm focused on helping these kids in this class and being right here. And whatever happens after that, we'll find out. But I don't have a direction right now.
Do you want to throw Big Z off the radio broadcast and take over that full time? Like, what do you want to do?
No. Z does a great job. I'll fill in occasionally, and I like working the radio. So.
Oh, you still do that?
Well, I haven't figured that quite out yet, but I'm hopeful to be back. So.